Hello, I'm Jeff Siegel. Welcome to SantaAnita.com and welcome to our Thursday video seminar as we look over the entire card at Santa Anita. We're going to, again, pick our spots today. The first two races on the program, not terribly appealing as far as I'm concerned. The first one, a moderate claiming, a restricted claiming event. The comebacking number 6, Buck the Spartan, might get some play, but we haven't seen him now since March of 2008. Clearly, he was once good enough to win. The workouts are just moderate for Vladimir Serin, so he can win. I don't really have any other feel for the race. I'm certainly going to pass this one. No play in the first. And I'm going to pass the second one as well. This is a maiden special weight, a Cowbred race going a mile for 3-year-olds. I don't trust anything in this race. Bevan Budd ran okay first time out for Sean McCarthy. He's out of a sprinting mare. I'm not convinced totally that he will run long, although his first running line indicates that maybe he'll appreciate the stretch out. Spud Spivens, the number 4, has some experience. He's hit the board in his last 2. You might want to like him, although 2-1 doesn't seem all that appealing to me either. Burns for Barry Abrams comes out of a much tougher race. That was an open maiden. Now he's back with Cowbreds. Has worked well since his last race. He looks like a horse that could move forward. None of these horses really offer a whole lot of value, though, so I'm going to pass the second race as well. Starter action in the third. So go to the third. First level allowance Cowbred route race for fillies and mares, and I'm liking number 6, Warren's Got Game here. I think she's ready to win and get back into her best form for George Gutierrez. She was a moderate 5th last time out on the grass, but she's back on the main track, and maybe more importantly, she's back with P-Val. And Patrick seemed to get the most run out of her, and the one time that he did ride her, she's working really well since her last race. She's got enough early speed, especially with P-Val, to kind of fold over and get a good stalking trip. And I think she's ready to break through with a big effort. 3-1 in the morning line, I think is okay. So I like number 6, Warren's Got Game, as a straight play and a rolling exotic single in today's third race. That's number 6, Warren's Got Game. Fourth race, a mile turf event. These are maiden 3-year-olds. And I'm looking at a field here that I'm not that keen of. Popular Cause, the number 3 horse on the program. Blinkers off. P-Val rides him back, and this is a Orientate colt who looks to me like a horse that if he can just slow down a little bit, he certainly could be dangerous. And in looking at this race, the pace situation doesn't look that intense. I don't expect Popular Cause to open up this time. Hopefully, with the blinkers off and the rating tactics, he'll be able to slow it down just a little bit. He's 5-2 in the morning line. I guess that's okay. It's not a great field, not a great gamble here, but he did earn his best number last time for Owen Hardy, and I think he has another forward move in him. So slow down, survive with P-Val, the blinkers off. Popular Cause, our top selection in today's fourth race at Santa Anita. Fifth race, another grass race, claiming event on the turf for going a mile. And number 7, Kris Silver. Always liked this horse. He's a real tough old pro. He's won 10 races in his career. A little bit disappointing recently, but he's dropping down a notch. Continues to train well, switching to Pedroza. He's not necessarily a need-to-lead type, but the pace scenario here looks fairly favorable. If he doesn't make the lead, he can stalk, but if he inherits the lead because there's not that much pace, it's possible that Kris Silver can dominate from gate to wire. Seems to be training really well for Jerry Hollendorfer, so I look for Kris Silver to fire his best shot. I think that's probably going to be good enough. 3-1 in the morning line, that's okay. Let's go with number 7, Kris Silver, as a straight play in today's 5th race at Santa Anita. 6th race, mile maiden claiming event for 3-year-olds. The tag here is $30,000. 2 sprints and a stretch out. Good angle and good pattern for number 4, Cookies from Tony. Didn't run much at all in his debut. Improved considerably in the second start, coming out of a pretty live race. He's come back and trained extremely well. Talamo stays aboard. Again, stretching out, good inside draw, not a whole lot of speed in the race. I think Cookies from Tony for Mullins looks really ready to break on through with a huge effort. 3-1 in the morning line, that's a square number. I like number 4, Cookies from Tony. Again, a strong straight play and rolling exotic in today's 6th race. That's a rolling exotic single, number 4, Cookies from Tony. 7th race, pretty good allowance race here for fillies and mares. And number 4 on your program, Crisis of Spirit, has really trained well of late for the red-hot Baffert barn. Everything he sends out is firing. She has been freshened since Oak Tree at Hollywood back in October. She's coming back, and I really think she's going to run to her works think the dirt track's going to really agree with her. She is definitely good enough on her best day, and I think she's primed and ready to show her best form. Mike Smith takes them out, and he's ridden her and won on her in the past. And the pace situation, again, looks comfortable for Kris Silver. She doesn't need the lead to win. She can sit right off the leaders, make her run. I like a 2-to-1 in the morning line. It's, you know, not great, but I think that's what she's worth. Number 4, Kris of Spirit, to win today's 7th race at Santa Anita. 8th and final, the maiden claimers go on 1 mile and 1/16. Looking at 2 horses here. They are numbers 1 and 9 on your program. Number 1 is Outrageous Fortune. Number 9 is Matamor. So 1-9 if you're playing an exacta. Use them both in all of your rolling exotics. Outrageous Fortune likes to lay back and make a run. He seems to have perked up in the morning. A couple of recent sharp works for Bill Spar. And Mike Smith should have him rolling late. Not much of a field, dropping out of straight maiden company to this maiden claiming level really should help Outrageous Fortune get back on track, and probably the one to beat. And at 5-to-1 is not a bad price at all. Definitely use number 1 Outrageous Fortune. Maybe the one to beat, number 9 Matamor for Gary Mandela. He tried maiden claimers for the first time last night. Ran okay. I think he'll run better today. He's another one that should benefit with Bejarano riding him back. Has not a lot of early speed, but I think he'll have enough to be fairly close in this race, which figures to be slowly run. And I think Matamor, if he reaches back for some of his back numbers, his back figures that he earned a little bit back ways, I think at this level those figures would be good enough to win, and I'm going to give him one more chance to prove that. So use number 9 Matamor as well. So 1-9 in your 8th race exacta box, and of course use them both in your rolling exotics. That finishes it off for today's seminar for Thursday at Santa Anita. Best of luck, and we'll be back talking to you for Friday tomorrow, so come back and visit us right here on SantaAnita.com.